Testing. Testes. 1, 2. 2 testes. Did you get any of the last stuff? Have you had coffee? Are you all right? It's piloerectionists. That's it? Oh, okay, yes, so piloerectionist. Piloerectionist. It's right there. You can't miss it. It's as big as a goddamn house. You got the small one. All right, so.
Relax.
Hey, stay. All right, what take is this? 863?
All the time.
So is this it?
Yep.
So what do you want to know? I was born Dickie Hussein Velvet. I was born Dickie Velvet in 1969 in Blount County, Tennessee, where we had a small circus called the Fogel Circus. I lived there till I was about 17. I was homeschooled. I had a lot of people around me that were raising me. A lot of people that worked at the circus. I had my mom, my dad, Ned, who took care of the animals, but everybody called him Buddy, because he always had. We loved him for that. Kept everybody happy. Had John Paul, conjoined twins that played the guitar and sang. Small circus, only about like 100 people. And all I ever did is I never performed. I swept up the elephant shit. The elephants, we had 2 elephants, but somehow they shit all day. They did, they just pumped out shit. And that's all I did, would sweep it up. I dressed up like a clown. I loved dressing as a clown, but I never performed. My parents never wanted me to get involved in that. There was the bearded lady, Lorraine. She was like a second mom to me. My father, Bubbles. He was a clown, juggler, kind of like acrobat stuff, like all around. His real name was Harry. And then there was my mom. And my mom was Enchantra Suede. It's funny because they're velvet suede. But they met that way, and they loved each other very much. Unfortunately, my father was killed in a clown car accident. Fucking clowns everywhere. And my mom she basically died with him. She stopped performing. She stopped. She was an acrobat and a sword swallower and also a juggler. But when my dad died, she died with him. It was only a few more years after that she would she drank herself to death because she missed him so much. So I had Lorraine, who basically raised me, and Bud after that. She had a guitar. She used to use it against me. And so if I massaged her feet, she would let me play the guitar for 10, 20 minutes afterwards, you know. And I could see it always in her closet. It was teal colored and it had white. I loved it. I just would massage her feet and I'd stare at it. And would let me play it every day. Oh, man. One night, she was eating a meatball sub. She tragically choked on the meatball. We were all pretty brokenhearted, but damn sad thing about the whole thing is
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
all I kept thinking about when she died was who was getting this guitar? Who was getting this guitar? You know, like the ambulance was bringing out her body, and I snuck in there to make sure it was still in there. And then I kept asking around everybody to say, who's getting this guitar? Who was getting this guitar? Who's gonna get the guitar? And everybody was really surprised. I was asking this right off the bat, and it led to some serious superstition about maybe who killed her. And I had nothing to do with it. I didn't want the guitar that bad because I was in the trailer that night. I was the one that got her the sub. So of course, yes, my mind was on the guitar. That was kind of the catalyst of me leaving to go on the road. So I wound up moving to Las Vegas. I didn't tell anybody I was leaving the circus because they would have talked me out of it. And, you know, it's what my mom and dad would have wanted. I made my plan to take the bus and head out to Vegas. And I did. For a couple days, I was sleeping on the streets. I didn't have a lot of money, but I got a job. I had an apartment, going really well. I had met a few people, the wrong people, because I had discovered drugs and smoking and drinking, and it really led me down a rough road. I actually was hired as a bootlicker in one of the brothel. People, men and women, would both to lick their boots. I was paid pretty decent for an hour to lick their boot. That's all I did. I swear to God, that's all I did. I wouldn't do more. They asked. I wasn't gonna do it. But I was a bootlicker. And then it was kind of a roadie. I was cleaning up in a casino and stage and taking care of the stage. I'd lied and said that I had stage experience because I was in the circus and stuff like that. Has anybody got any drugs? So, after Vegas, I didn't live there long. It was only like a few years. I moved to Miami, and that's where it all kind of everything started. I'd always been looking for a band, trying to get a couple guys together. I had ideas. I couldn't play anything, but I had ideas. songs and stuff. So I went to Miami, which was probably not a good idea for a drug addict. Very easy. So I started partying. I sold a couple things that I had that were new or valuable with my parents. Felt really bad about that. But I was having fun. I was partying in Miami. Woo, it was awesome. And I eventually got tired of it. It was after a year I was like burned out. A friend of mine that I had met told me about this pub called the Billabong Pub. And he said it's a cool local place. Check it out. So I think it was on a Thursday. I went up there, and it's a totally nondescript place. It's in a fucking strip mall. You almost can't even see it, and it literally is on the other side of the track. So you pull up. It's got one door, and so I open up the door. It's just like this fucking killer bar. It's a bunch of people in there. They're all talking. Everyone's happy. But when I walked in, you immediately get this sense that it's a very local crowd. It's they all know each other, and you're new. So I went and I sat at the bar.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I would like to welcome you to one of the greatest shows on earth. Welcome to the Fogo